Hey there, welcome to today's video. Have you ever caught yourself believing something that turned out to be completely false? It happens to all of us more often than we might think. Today, we're diving into Joseph Nguyen's insightful book, Don't Believe Everything You Think. This book explores how our thoughts can sometimes lead us astray and what we can do about it. So let's get started and see what we can learn about our own mind. The book Don't Believe Everything You Think by Joseph Nguyen delves into the concept of how our thoughts shape our reality. Nguyen argues that many of the issues people face arise from unquestioned beliefs and habitual thinking patterns. The book emphasizes mindfulness and introspection as tools to challenge these limiting beliefs, offering practical insights into how to achieve mental freedom and emotional well-being. Part 1. Thoughts are not fact. The nature of thoughts. Nguyen emphasizes that thoughts are simply mental events, interpretations of reality, rather than objective truths. He argues that the mind often fabricates stories based on past experiences, fears, and societal conditioning. These stories shape our perception, often leading us away from reality. Recognizing the nature of thoughts helps us break free from self-imposed limitation. The consequences of believing every thought. Nguyen highlights how believing every thought can lead to anxiety, depression, and a distorted self-image. When we internalize negative thoughts, we create barriers that restrict our potential. The key takeaway is to become aware of these thought patterns and challenge their validity. Part 2. Mindfulness as a tool for clarity. Practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is presented as a powerful tool for observing thoughts without judgment. By staying present, we can create a gap between our thoughts and our reaction. This allows us to choose our responses consciously, rather than reacting impulsively. Nguyen provides practical exercises, such as mindful breathing and body scans, to cultivate this practice. Benefits of mindful observation. Benefits of mindfulness extend beyond stress reduction. It enhances self-awareness, improves emotional regulation, and fosters a sense of inner peace. Through mindfulness, we learn to observe our thoughts as passing phenomena rather than absolute truths, which diminishes their emotional impact. Part 3. Question your beliefs. Identifying limiting beliefs. Nguyen encourages readers to identify and question their core beliefs, especially those that limit their potential. These beliefs often go unchallenged and influence how we view ourselves in the world. By questioning their origin and truth, we can dismantle these mental barriers. Techniques for challenging beliefs. Nguyen introduces techniques such as reflective journaling and thought experiments to challenge existing beliefs. He suggests asking questions like, "Is this belief true?" and "How would my life change if I didn't hold this belief?" This process of inquiry helps in reconstructing a more empowering mindset. Part 4. Cultivating self-compassion. The role of self-compassion. Self-compassion involves treating oneself with kindness and understanding, especially during moments of failure or self-doubt. Nguyen argues that self-compassion is essential for breaking free from negative self-talk, which often perpetuates feelings of inadequacy and practical steps to foster self-compassion. Nguyen provides exercises such as compassionate journaling and self-soothing technique. He emphasizes the importance of speaking to oneself with the same kindness one would offer to a friend. This practice builds resilience and a supportive internal dialogue, which can transform how we navigate challenge. Part 5. Reframing perspective. The art of reframing. Reframing is about changing the way we interpret our thoughts and experiences. Instead of seeing challenges as insurmountable, reframing allows us to view them as opportunities for growth. Nguyen teaches that by shifting our perspective, we can change our emotional responses and outcomes. Real-world applications. Nguyen provides real-life examples and exercises that help readers practice reframing. For instance, instead of viewing a setback as a failure, it can be seen as valuable feedback. This shift not only changes our mood, but also encourages a proactive approach, problem solving. Part 6. Detachment from thoughts. Understanding detachment. Nguyen introduces the concept of detachment, which involves seeing thoughts as separate from one's identity. By practicing detachment, we learn to observe thoughts without becoming emotionally entangled. This creates mental space and reduces the influence of negative thinking patterns. Techniques for practicing detachment. Nguyen suggests mindfulness techniques, such as thought labeling, e.g., "This is a worry thought." Practice detachment. By naming and acknowledging thoughts without judgment, we reduce their grip on our emotion. This approach promotes a calm and centered mind. Part 7. Achieving mental and emotional freedom. The path to freedom. Mental and emotional freedom is about liberating oneself from the constraints of negative thinking patterns and emotional reactivity. Nguyen describes this state as being at peace with oneself, regardless of external circumstances. Achieving this freedom involves a commitment to self-awareness, mindfulness, and continuous self-inquiry, living authentically. Living authentically means aligning one's actions and decisions with true values rather than being dictated by fear or societal expectation. Nguyen emphasizes that mental freedom allows individuals to live a life true to themselves, free from the influence of unhelpful thought. Part 8. Awareness of emotion. Thought-emotion connection. Nguyen explains that thoughts and emotions are closely linked. Specific thoughts trigger emotional responses. By becoming aware of this connection, we can better manage our emotions and prevent them from dictating our actions. Awareness is the first step towards emotional regulation. Techniques for emotional awareness. Nguyen provides techniques such as body scanning and emotional journaling to enhance emotional awareness. Recognizing the physical sensations associated with emotions can help identify and address their underlying thoughts. This process aids in emotional healing and personal growth. Part 9. Practical exercises for change. Implementing daily practice. Nguyen includes various exercises throughout the book, designed to integrate mindfulness and self-inquiry into everyday routine. Practices such as daily reflection, meditation, and gratitude journaling help solidify these concepts in real life. Consistent application of these exercises leads to lasting mental shifts. Building new habits. Nguyen stresses the importance of consistency in building new mental habits. Small, daily practices accumulate over time, leading to significant changes in how we think and feel. By making these exercises a regular part of life, we can transform our mental landscape. Part 10. Insight-driven change. Power of insight. Nguyen argues that true change comes from deep insight rather than forced behavior modifications. Insight-driven change is about understanding the root causes of one's thoughts and behaviors, leading to natural, effortless transformation. This approach contrasts with superficial changes that often revert over time. Encouraging inner reflection. Nguyen encourages readers to engage in continuous self-reflection to gain insights into their inner world. By deeply understanding why we think and act as we do, we can address issues at their core, fostering genuine and lasting change. Conclusion. Nguyen's main argument is that our thoughts are not necessarily true, yet we often accept them without question. By learning to observe and question our thoughts, we can break free from self-imposed limitations and negative emotion. The author emphasizes that thoughts are simply mental constructs and not objective truths. Through mindfulness and reframing techniques, readers can cultivate a more peaceful and fulfilling mindset. Ultimately, the book encourages self-awareness as the key to unlocking personal freedom. So, there you have it. A look into Joseph Nguyen's Don't Believe Everything You Think. Remember, our thoughts are powerful, but they're not always accurate. By questioning and reframing our thoughts, we can improve our mental well-being and our lives. What are your thoughts on this topic? Share in the comments below. You found this video helpful? Please give it a like and consider subscribing for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep thinking critically.